So I'm sure in your own life, you would have got a lot of advice from many people.
Yes.
So what's one piece of advice that's remained with you, which you go back to every time? And what would that piece of advice be that you remember and really keep thinking about it over and over again?
So that goes back to my first job. First job is like imprinting. It's there in your head for the rest of your life. So Balraman was my boss. And I was in chemical engineering as a sales engineer. And I went and sold certain things to, I think the company was Cyanamide, India. I think somewhere near Valsad, Surat area, South Gujarat. And I went there and sold, and then the engineering guys came and they installed, and I went to close the deal, saying that, you satisfied and all that. And the user, the engineer on the field, he was mad. He says, you should take this shit back and all that stuff. And I said, what happened? And he says, no, I this, and this is not that way. And this was my first job, first time. And I said, man, this is a tough customer. What do I do? And I said, I'll take care of it and this and that. And came back to Bombay, and I told Balraman that this is how it went. All the purchase guys were happy, they signed off. But the person on the field, when I went and talked to him I thought he would be elated, he got a new machine. And he was just mad. And then we said, okay, fine, let's set up a meeting, I will come with you. And then Balraman and I we drove. It used to be an ambassador car at that time. We went to his plant. And Balraman met him, talked to him, explained to him, and they became friends. And then the whole problem dissolved, and he was happy. And I am sitting there, seeing that last week, when I came to do that, you were mad at me. Now I bring Balraman, and it is not because he was higher title than I was or something, and you are now okay. So on the way back, I asked, what was the magic? And that's the lesson I learned. Okay, the magic was, Balraman said, you should listen. You should listen. Because when you buy something so high-ticket item, irreversible, there is dissonance. When you were about to buy, there were 3 vendors. Now there is only one vendor, and you already installed the machine. We are not going back to those other 2 vendors. The guy feels tremendous loss. He has no degrees of freedom. He has to live with this. So he is going through psychologically cognitive dissonance. And you should give him a break. Let him vent out. Listen. Do not intervene and stop his flow. He is mad at you, let him be mad at you.
Okay.
And so this idea that listening, only listening, can resolve problems without doing anything was absolutely novel to me. And that has come great handy thing. As a professor, I give a grade, A plus A, A minus B. Anybody who gets B and lower, they come knocking to my door. He got this, I didn't get that. So I asked him, are you asking here for a grade change, or what do you want out of this conversation? He says, no, this is happening. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. And I just listen. I apply Balraman without telling him. I say, this is the Balraman routine now. And so I just listen. And after a while, the poor student himself or herself tells me that, I just wanted to let you know this is what is going on in my mind, and I don't want any grade change. I just wanted to point out why you think is wrong. And I explain him why I think is wrong. And then it's solved.
Fantastic.
And so it applies to me every single year. There are at least 3-4 students who come back to me. Generally, you got less than what they thought they should get.
Great.